Cool.
All right. Okay. Well, we're starting live, and so far we have no one joining us, but we'll see if that changes. I'm with my buddy Josh and Tim, who I met at the Powerful Living Experience. Tim, what is going on in your world today, man?
I am living powerfully. I'm having an experience of living powerfully. Oh
Are you making
man, it's
powerfully?
a lot. I just got back from Puerto Rico. I was there for the David Bayer little workshop that we did,
That
and
must have
I
been inspiring.
pardon.
That must have been inspiring.
It was very inspiring. Yeah, it was basically they're helping us build a 45-minute to 1 hour presentation, a speech using Chat GPT, some tools to build the perfect presentation. And we just kind of plugged our answers into the questions that Chat GPT was asking us for 10 different sections. And, very personalized, creating a personalized story and a compelling story to invite them to participate in whatever we're offering, whatever our offer is. And so it was an amazing experience, an amazing exercise. And I came back, just about ready to get going with it.
Oh,
That
okay. What were you gonna say, Josh?
I was just saying that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
really, really good.
I'm kind of new to Chat GPT, but it's amazing what it will do with your own thoughts that you feed into it, and just to make it powerful and compelling, and something that people want to hear and that moves them emotionally. So I was very pleased with that.
I have a I have a I think maybe ask the same question to another AI bot or program. It's called Brighteon, and it's totally free. And I just
Yeah,
wonder what the difference would be between ChatGPT and a bot called Brighteon.
yeah, I've heard of several different ones. My sister was one telling me about one. I can't remember what it was called, and then I've heard of one called Claude, I think. Claude, have you heard of that one?
No,
Yeah, but I've never experimented with any other than ChatGPT, so I don't know the difference.
yeah, it's what it's trained on. You
Right.
know, we can't hear
That's,
you.
that's great to hear you, Tom. See your mouth moving, but can't hear anything. Still nothing yet.
Hmm.
No, I got
Now I
the
hear you. Yeah, I got the
How
hmm.
about now?
yeah.
Yep, there you
Yeah, interesting. Okay, well, technicals, never know what's gonna happen. All right.
go.
So this is all about purpose, and purpose requires prosperity, whether it's freedom from negative thoughts, habits. I really like David Bayer's work because he's all about letting go of the resistance, and that way the desire
Right.
is fulfilled. So, and to do all this, to make our impact happen, we need money. And
True.
any purpose, any impact requires income and money. And so many of us have these old, I would say, programmed, I call them EMIs, egoic mind indentations, like grooves or identifications, or just electromagnetic interference that prevent us from believing we live in an infinite, abundant universe, that money is an
Right.
infinite supply, that inspiration and energy are infinite supplies, and everyone feels like they don't have enough time, don't have enough energy, or don't have enough money, and they don't get started. They don't start making enough mistakes to get to where they want to be because all the not enoughs that have been programmed in. I'm curious, what would you say to someone in that situation, Tim and Josh?
You want to go ahead, Josh? You want to start?
Oh man, you know, yeah. I'll start because 100%. I don't have enough money. and I don't have enough time, right? But if I don't start living my life in my ideas and changing my head right now today, then I'm going to be a day behind. So right now, I think is the time to change the idea, to change the thinking, and I'm not good enough yet because I need to be better today than I was yesterday, and so every day is a learning experience.
Are you making money today?
Sir,
Are you making money today?
well, I mean, I made some,
Okay.
you know, but I don't have enough to actually like invest in it, right, or whatever. But I've been doing this a minute, so that's not quite a fair. Is what I'm saying is I can always use the same excuses. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. You know, but the idea is, as long as we can start changing our head and our mindset right now, today, that's the best time to start. Actually,
That's good.
yesterday was a better time to start.
Yeah. Here's what I've learned is that I am learning to live the future version of myself. I am projecting what I want to become and living that today. So if I want to be abundant, I start acting abundant right now, even if my three-dimensional reality doesn't show up like that. I tip higher than I would normally. I buy things that I might not normally buy because I am acting like I am abundant. And the more I act like that, the more abundance flows to me. So it is a retraining of the brain, and the universe supports that. As you start living that, it's kind of a faith type of thing because it challenges your what you see with your five senses, what you experience with your five senses. But that's what rewires your brain is that you make decisions that you're going to live in a future version of you, and that is making all the difference in my life.
Tim, you just gave us a synopsis of this book, The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. It's all about
Yeah,
living from the
I love
desire
Neville
to
Goddard.
fulfill. And
Yep,
it's like, if I already had 5K an hour coming in, or 10K a day coming in, or 50K a day coming in,
yep,
what actions would I be taking today?
yes,
What would I be doing? Not just how would I be thinking and feeling, but what would I be doing? Like, I'd be getting my team ready. I'd be getting the onboarding. I'd get more support systems in place and start acting as if the desires already occurred.
yes.
And how is that working for you?
It it's working fabulous for me. It takes a little while. One thing I've learned is that we are a mirror of our reality. We are actually creating our reality every day by what we put, and whatever shows up for us is because that's what's in our mind. That's what's in our subconscious, and we are projecting that, and we're seeing a mirror of whatever is in our mind. So it took a while because I spent 60 something years of my life with old programs, and now I'm creating new ones. So it doesn't just happen like that necessarily overnight. So I've got to understand that it takes some determination, it takes some consistency. But as I've been doing that, I went through a period of trial of what looked like scarcity. While I'm believing the right beliefs, still scarcity is showing up for a little bit. But now I've turned the corner, and now the abundance is starting to just flow in like they said it would. And I just had to believe that and power through that period of in betweenness while the manifestation is coming.
Yeah, our personality creates our personal reality.
Yes, Joe
And
Dispenza
so,
says that, right?
I have so many people say it. It's definitely not
Yeah.
my original. And it's like our personality is a combination of what we're paying attention to today with our emotions and our thoughts and our actions, and also the subconscious programs that have been there since we were 1 years old. So
Yeah.
there's a lot that's creating our personal reality. And you're right, even if you start thinking, feeling, acting completely different, and you somehow reprogram all your subconscious programs overnight to
Yep.
align with your true self,
Yep.
it's still going to take a while. There's a gestation period for it to show up in the physical world, because the
Yes.
whole point is to do the things, feel the feelings, believe the beliefs, think the thoughts, do the actions, regardless of the absence of 3D evidence right away.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, I see we have a viewer here. Please feel free to ask any questions you might have in the chat. We've got Tim. Tim, tell us about your business. What will you help people do?
I am creating a business that's centered around adventure and travel and mindset, a combination of all three. And I am going to be taking people on adventures. I'm a pilot like Josh
Well,
is.
yeah, we're both we're all privileged here to be with the presence of two pilots that can fly
Yes.
anytime they want, anywhere they want, any plane they want. Well, I don't know if that's true, but you guys have power. You guys have
Yeah.
freedom.
Well, I've experienced a lot of freedom because of that, and I want to share that with other people. So I'm creating a program that does that. That's a three-dimensional reality that we can do right now, but also taking people in their mindset to a place where they have that kind of sense of adventure in their life, even if they're in routine right now, even if they're in a hard place. I'm going to show them how to experience adventure in their daily life that brings them to a place of freedom from a place of feeling stuck. So
I
that's
love
that's
it.
that's my goal.
I love it. I've been on the everyday holiday kick, and I've done it ever since I was released or stopped. What I stopped getting paid for my sales job because
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's just call it like it is. My the more I got into my purpose and the more I got into the true freedom movement and the more revenue started coming in from that, the more I just despite my best efforts, my sales percentage just started dropping until it was so
Yep.
horrible. Like I'm gonna do my sales myself. You're doing so since then, first day, had to lick my wounds.
Yep.
Second day, I decided, okay, today's vacation. I'm free to work on whatever I like for how long I like and go outside when I want, everything. And
Yep.
I've been on a lengthy adventure vacation ever since,
Awesome.
and it feels fan flippin' tastic. I
Yes.
had one day on Monday of this week where my calendar didn't have any calls on it. That means no opportunities to make money yet. And I had not made a sale into my program for 10 days. And I started going into the old programs got activated. And I
Yep.
started thinking the thoughts of what if,
Yep.
or
Yep.
maybe it's not
Primal
good enough.
fears.
And why isn't this working yet? Or what? And I kept going back and forth of, I do this thing. It's sort of like David's decision matrix, but it's like on
Yep.
the spot. You just recognize it, release the emotion, and realign, and right there on the spot. And you just ask yourself, who is thinking this thought right now? I am.
Yep.
And then you say, who am I? And that throws our subconscious for a loop for a second.
Yep.
And then you say, am I aware? And then we go to the power of awareness. Am I aware? Now your subconscious is searching. Am I aware? Am I aware? And then you remind it, I am awareness that I am. And so it was a battle of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yes.
In the last 2 days, I have brought in 16K of new revenue and 3K of it paid up front
Awesome.
for my True Freedom
Awesome.
program.
Yeah.
And part of
That's
it is
awesome.
staying in the permanent holiday state of being. And I think
Yep.
state of being is our mind combined with our energetic essence at that time, our frequency, our vibration.
Yep.
And I am super excited about what's coming up next.
Yeah.
It's just a moment to moment decision though, because I feel myself slipping. If it feels unpleasant, David says this
Yeah.
too. If it feels unpleasant, it's not true.
Right. That's right.
And not true for me means it's not aligned with our true self.
Right.
And for you Christians out there like Josh, it would be your Christ consciousness.
Yep.
It would be that higher intelligence that we all have access to, that when we are aligned with it, like you doing this, your business,
Uh-huh.
incorporating venture with mindset shifting changes and energy changes, that's like seems like that's your purpose come true.
It is. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, that's worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
You'll never work again another day in your life.
That's the whole. That's part of my line is I want to help people create a life they never want to retire from.
And so you must embody that
Yes.
in your actions.
Yep. And I am living, and people know that because I post a lot on Facebook, and they see my life, and
Go on
people
vacation.
wonder. They're starting to wonder, what are you doing? How are you doing this?
Yeah.
So
I don't have an alarm clock, guys. I never set my alarm
yeah,
ever.
that's
I,
great.
Have to be making money. We have to become wealthy. That is my hypothesis. In order for us to be truly prosperous, what we're doing and the love we're putting into it, because we're putting so much love into it, it attracts prosperity without strain, forcing, hustle, because we're aligned with our true selves. When we're aligned with our
Yes,
true selves, prosperity is inevitable. Health is inevitable.
absolutely. That's
Love is
right.
inevitable. It's all there, wired into that potentiality of ourselves.
That's right.
that's our body becoming like a magnetic force to the universe, to drawing the things in that we actually desire.
It's
Yep.
your
Well put.
vibrational frequency. Yeah, now it's math.
Thing. I'm just trying to dumb it down a little bit, but yeah,
No, it's 100% true. It's your level of consciousness at any given time is aligning you with that potentiality for yourself. I have prepared two different chunks. One is the habitual habits of our false self. Our false self are our old programs, our subconscious mind, our ways of thinking. So for everyone out there, you can do this. And Josh, Tim, you guys can tell me what your opinions are on these. But
Mhm.
I have 12 of them, 12 habits of the false self.
Yeah.
And the first one is something that we can use to our advantage, and we use it right. We can move mountains. But when we don't use it right and it uses us, it can trample us like a herd of elephants. What do you think it is?
doubt,
False
Even
self.
more general.
huh?
Even more general.
Huh.
Okay,
I give up.
Thinking.
Thinking. Okay. Yep.
Thinking. I mean,
Yes.
whenever we're thinking, we're just using all we have to think about is our past, present, our past memories, and we're thinking about them, or we're projecting what we think will happen in the future. And there's a big difference of feeling something and feeling like it's already happening, or thinking about something that's not happening. And attention energy is our most valuable asset. So if we're
Yes.
thinking about something that's not even happening right now, we're not solving a
Yep.
problem. We're not, like, you ever been in a conversation where you're just thinking about what you're going to say next after that person's done talking?
Yep.
It's like we're not completely engrossed in embodying and merging our energy systems with the present.
Right.
And thinking, like it traps us into the illusion of time.
Yes.
I
That's
need to
right.
do this after this. I need to do that after this. And then Josh, habitual and perpetual, and it puts us in a reactionary state when we're thinking. So if you're thinking right now, we have 3 people on. No one's I wish with someone, oh, maybe we have someone in the chat. If you're thinking right now, stop. There's nothing to think about except what's happening in this moment. Lisa, hello, guy. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Daniel. Daniel B's back.
hey, I want to know how Daniel went, how that worked for him.
I bet you Daniel spent more time thinking about it. But Daniel, because we are caught in this habitual vacuum of thinking. We think it's helping us, but it's actually our biggest vacuum into the false self. It's a habitual habit of the false self, of our egoic mind.
I got
Yep.
something to say.
But Daniel, Josh would love a report from you to know how you're doing with going to live events, going to live people, putting up signs. And while you're thinking about that, I used your idea. So I did it in someone else's school group. Her name's Danielle Lynn. She's awesome. If you go to YouTube and see her stuff, lots of followers. I watch her videos just to soothe me if I'm feeling a little agitated because she's so calm. She has a totally different style than David Bear or Joe Dispenza or me even. She has this really calming alchemist energy,
Cool.
and she invited me to do a energy alignment for prosperity, and I did it in her group. I got a paying client from that presentation I did in her group.
Cool.
So when you said, Tim, you're getting your presentation ready, it's 100%
Yeah.
right. Like I have 4 presentations I can give on. You tell me you need them, I've got 4 I'm ready to give. Some have
Awesome.
a slide because that's what it's all about. It's presenting, expressing, and sharing our ideas.
Yes. Absolutely.
So thinking. Daniel said 100% right, too much thinking. I wrote some notes here. The patterned subconscious egoic mind hijacks our innate, our true self, knowingness, love, and eternal freedom, and replaces it with habitual, limiting, and predictive responses. We get caught in the same Groundhog Day loop. At the top of the list is everybody's most overused program, thinking.
Yep.
I think though.
Hey,
I
you
think,
just thought again. I think
but that's pretty broad because we need to actually consciously think about where we actually want to go to put our path into the right spot. So I think thinking about, like, you know, where you want to go, where you want to be is very, very important. And you need to constantly think about that.
that's
The
not habitual thinking, though. That's new thinking that's
Purposeful thinking.
creative.
Yeah.
Yes, creative thinking is what people don't do.
Yeah, but you can't. Okay, you're right, and then maybe I just don't get it. So, but you need to think about your decisions and the consequences in every decision that you make. So
You
you
just need to decide, and whatever decision you make, you need to go all in on it.
100%. I agree. I think, but it takes a lot of thinking.
I
To
doubt it. I think we already know innately. All the thinking, I bet you wind up making the same decision your gut told you to make at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because your intuition, your true self is telling you which way to go. We just don't listen to it. We think our mind knows more, but all of our mind has is past memories.
Yes.
Okay, I can't disagree. See, this is
Well,
why we're.
and here's one thing I've learned also, from David Bear, especially, is that we don't have to know the how. When we make a decision, we don't have to know how that's going to come about. We just have to make the decision and then align with that, and then the how shows up for us.
Oh
So
my
that's where
gosh!
the thing. Go ahead.
Was telling my clients that the other day. I said it's be, then do, then have.
Yes.
But after you decide who you're becoming and how your life's going to be,
Yep.
that's it. Let the universe is going to show you the how,
Yep.
but it's going
That's
to
what's
come
been happening for me.
intuitively. Yeah.
I agree with that. 100%. I agree with that.
Your entire life is memorized. You see a cup and you know how to drink from it. You see a chair, you know how to sit in it. You get in your car, you know how to drive. No
Yep.
thinking is required. Your entire life is memorized. You don't have anything to think about. Your
That's
subconscious mind has taken care of it for you.
You don't have to think about it anymore because you've already taught your subconscious how to do that.
Yes.
So,
Exactly.
have a cup, you learned how to do that as a child. When you look at a door handle, you don't think about turning it. You just know it's there, so you don't think I got to turn it one way or the other. So when you drive down the road and you've went for 30 miles and you don't realize where you've been, you've already taught your body how to drive, so it does that. Your subconscious is doing that. So then I think you have to put thinking on the forefront of the brain onto where you want to go. You can't just let your subconscious always take over.
Right. To
Fear.
change something, you have to make new decisions.
There's Joe Dispenza right there. It's like change your mind, change, breaking the habit of being yourself and
Yeah.
evolve your mind. He talks about that. It's like in order to change the subconscious programs, we have to do things differently. And I'm
Yeah.
going to make a bold hypothesis statement here.
Consciously.
Real communion with our true self, our source God creator, only happens when we're not thinking.
Okay.
Joy, happiness, love, compassion that occurs when we don't think, like ascension, liberation, infinite
Yeah.
potential, is only realized when we don't think.
Yeah.
If we conquer the habit of thinking, we take back control of our life.
Yeah.
Well, why would you want control if you're not going to think about it?
If you're thinking all the time, all you're doing is wasting attention energy on something that's not happening.
Right, but then you got to think about where you want your life to go so that you are in control of it.
That takes 5 seconds. That's not an all-day thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
I
But then we start mapping out how it's going to happen and what the odds are and what we need, and our brain, which only has access to past memories, is trying to map out this game plan when the game plan exists in the energy systems that come from going into the stillness, the silence,
Yeah.
being still. Be still and know that I am God. That God is
Mhm.
the GPS for fulfilling our desire.
Absolutely.
but don't you think you have to think the right thoughts and the right process to get you to that point? Cuz guys, I'm 99% 100 I agree with you. But you have to put your brain, your conscious brain into the right spot to be able to go past. If you're just
Yes.
if going through life like a slug or a fly or something, and you're just doing what you do, then you have to have a conscious thought, so you're thinking on where you want to go and who you want to be.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Josh. You have to have clarity. You have to have direction and purpose. You have to realize what you want in life to begin with. But then that's when you turn over, once you've made that decision, then you stop thinking that you don't try to make all that happen. You just make the decision, like Tom said, it takes 5 seconds to make some of these decisions. I wanted to share a decision like that I've made that has changed my life completely.
Please,
And I've heard this. I made the decision because I've heard it over and over on some YouTubes that I've been watching from other people, and that is this fact that everything always works out for me, no
here we
matter
go.
what it looks. Okay, no matter what it looks like, and I've got so many examples. Every day I have examples. So when something doesn't go like I planned it, when something that used to frustrate me because it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, now I have this mantra that I say everything always works out for me. And because I say that, it is amazing the way that turns and ends up being better than what I had even planned. And I'll just give you an example of that just happened to me. I was coming back from Puerto Rico and I had scheduled a layover in Orlando. I had to get off my JetBlue flight at MCO, the big Orlando airport, and I'd scheduled. I had 3 hours in between that and my Allegiant flight from the other Sanford airport back to XNA. So that was all planned, and I had 3 hours. Was plenty of time to get an Uber and get over there and get back. Well, there was a hurricane and stuff that happened in Puerto Rico. My first flight was late taking off, so I got there late, and I it looked like I was going to miss the flight, the connecting flight on Allegiant. And Allegiant only flies every 4 or 5 days. So, I'm thinking if I miss this flight home, I'm going to be stuck for 4 days at least. And I didn't want to do that. That was not my plan. But the closer and closer it got to that time trying to make that happen, I realized that this is what is going to happen. And sure enough, I missed that flight. And so instead of getting all frustrated and mad and because it didn't work out for me, I said everything always works out for me. Whatever's going to show up is going to be better than I could have planned. Well, my sister lives in Tampa and I hadn't seen her in a while. I'd wanted to schedule time to see her and I just didn't think I had it. Well, now I've got time to see my sister. I rented a car from Orlando, drove to Tampa. Allegiant switched my flight. They were glad that there's another flight out of St. Pete, Tampa that flies back to XNA. They
Oh,
switched it. They switched it for free. 4 days later. While I was in Tampa, I got to visit with a good friend of mine that I'd been trying to get there to see, and I just didn't think I had time. Well, now I had time to do that. I met up with another friend, and I just had a rich time of fellowship with lots of different people. I was able to help my sister and brother-in-law finish up their house that they're trying to sell, and it was just a tremendous blessing that I got that happened, and I didn't get frustrated. I knew that something better was coming, and that's what happened.
oh my gosh, Tim. So I'm going to give the metaphysical description of what occurred. But
Yep.
first, Josh taught me something that you say everything's getting better for me in every way, every day. What is your
Yep.
expression you use?
That's it.
Everything's getting better for me every day in every way.
Yep.
Okay. No matter what, we're never done. We never finished, and we can't get it wrong.
Yep.
And what you decided to do was to feel, and there were some thoughts that caused the feeling, to feel curious about how that's going to work out for you. To
Yes.
feel like you avoided the habitual pattern of fudge, I can't believe I missed it. Now I'm gonna have to wait and which
Yeah.
like we would normally do, but instead
Right.
you say everything's working out to my greater good, and you believe that, and that belief creates related thoughts, related
Yep.
emotions. So you start an energy field at that vibration, and then it aligns these synchronicities of events, but it's not
Yep.
the synchronicities is alignment of energy, but you created that because of your decision to have a belief and keep choosing that belief
Yep.
every time any contrary thing. I bet you had to keep deciding, nope, everything's working out in my greater good. Always does.
Yep. Yep.
And that's the whole truth to the world. Everything is
Yes.
always working out for every individual consciousness, greater good,
Yep.
but we don't realize it.
And you
Yeah.
can't make a bad decision. You can't
You
make
can't make
any
a bad
decision.
decision.
Yep.
You can't get it wrong, everyone. You can't get it wrong. I know it sounds
That's right.
crazy. You can't get it wrong, and you're never done.
Yep.
Because as soon as you get to this level of consciousness, expansion, expression, experience, your soul says, hey, I'm ready for some mo. Let's expand some mo. And then you're going to start desiring more. You can't
And
help
Yep.
it.
And it
This
might throw a wrench in there. Don't forget. It might throw a wrench in there. But the wrench is so you can grow.
Yes. Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
how we feel about that wrench matters so much.
Yes.
Well, how we feel about it is going to actually probably judge the outcome.
Absolutely it will.
You know,
Yep.
Energy,
we can
everything
say,
is energy.
Yep.
cool. Is there a pipe I need to fix somewhere? And I'll go over here and fix it. Thank
Yeah.
you for the wrench.
For the wrench. Absolutely. That's right.
And I want to go back, and that person that's stuck, he's thinking negative thoughts or she's thinking negative thoughts, and they just are on their couch. They're not feeling good. Thinking is the worst thing they can do.
I agree
The
with you.
best thing they can do is take a walk and feel a little bit better,
Yep.
or move around, start moving and feel a bit better. And then think a better feeling thought. I like walking. I like moving. I can move towards something else. And then just take a second to think, make a decision, and then move to something better and just keep moving to it until they level up their vibration. Because
Yes.
thinking yourself out of bad vibration will never work.
Right.
Yeah, you got to have action every
It
time.
must have action and aligned action. Just doing,
Outline action. Right.
You max out. Like a little bit of doing without any thought is fine, but if you're just going from this to this to this to this, you're keeping yourself busy just so you don't think and you don't feel, that's gonna eventually flatline. So feeling without thought, what's next, and taking action with that inspiration is always gonna light people's energy systems up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Less thinking, more being, and feel the good feelings. I like to tell people, if something good happens, like for instance, when someone signed up and paid 2K down, I was like, yes, I like 2K down. That's like a good down payment. I don't like
Yep.
breaking it up over all those months, because then they're not as bought in. I said
Right.
right away, I said, I love when people fully invest. I love the way she said she's so excited to do this. I am so excited to do it. I like the feeling of this happening. When this happens, I feel really good, and I feel like I want to do it more. And I go on a burst, an alignment burst of all the good statements,
Yes.
and it just anchors it. And it's so true. It's the things
Yep.
we're scared to say. I like making money. I love money and money loves me. I love people and people love me. I love life and life loves me. Yes, 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 sirree. I love helping people. I love providing more value to them than they give me in money. I love learning more every day so I can do better. I love attracting. I mean, I just go on a, I think Abraham Hicks calls it a rampage.
Yeah.
But just anchor in that feeling. It's neuro reprogramming.
Yep.
And just decide you don't need to think unless you're creating something new. You don't need to think unless you're expressing something new.
Yep.
Even when someone's talking to you, you don't need to think. You need to be with your full presence because you'll feel their energy of what they're saying. And the words are just the details.
Yeah.
So number one,
Okay.
habitual thinking, messing you up, everybody. Take a break from thinking. Take a 1 week vacation from thinking and you will be happier.
Mm-hmm.
Well, God gave you one mouth and two ears for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Try it.
Gave you one butthole too. I'm not sure why I said that for pardon. All right. Sorry, little comic humor. Okay, number two. Number two is misidentifying. Labeling, describing, judging. Misidentification happens every time our programmed, subconscious, egoic mind takes over and has control over the internal freedom of our higher mind. Like our higher mind doesn't get any access, which is our intuitive consciousness connection. So anytime we see ourselves or anybody else just as a mind, body, a gender, their beliefs, their roles, their so-called knowledge, spiritual or otherwise, or the experiences the body has, we're misidentifying. Like we're none of those things.
Right.
We create them in our egoic mind, and we have a collective egoic consciousness that says male, female, Democrat, Republican, rich, poor, successful, unsuccessful, fat, skinny, tall, short. We're pure awareness. But we
Yeah.
forget because we're spending so much time labeling, judging, analyzing, and comparing.
Right.
Which ain't always bad, but yeah.
I think it is. I think it always lowers our vibration. Let's say there's no good or bad. There's only our thinking and labels that make it so. But there is low vibration and high vibration energy in everything.
Right, but you need to make sure that you are, especially if somebody's struggling, that they do their very most best to align themselves with high vibration people. You know, and then align yourself with where you want to go, and then put yourself in those situations so that, and sometimes you're going to have to make a choice. You know, I mean, if you're always constantly around somebody fussing at you, then you need to get away from that. Or somebody that's always putting you down, even if that's a hard choice to make, but you're gonna have to make that, you know, um, and
Yep.
that's just life.
Yeah, without a question, our environment, especially the energy fields we're around, you're 100% right. It would say it will always impact us. You can feel someone's energy when they walk in the room.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can feel your energy, both of you now.
Yeah.
Like I felt your energy at the beginning. Okay, what's going on? What's going on? And now it's like calm and chill and like, okay,
Yeah.
let's flow. Like I
Right.
felt the energy shift.
Yeah.
And with Josh is always like curious what's going on, and I don't really know everything, but I'm gonna speak my, just kind of like rambling and just I got this, and
Yeah.
it's even through the Zoom, even through a voice phone call, you can feel the energy because it's vibration and it's entanglement at a subatomic level. Like there's
Yep.
always going to be an energy exchange if there's an interaction of any sort.
Yep. True.
I agree.
But if you're physically with them, living with them, and they're talking to you, and
Even
it's not
stronger.
oh, it's gonna really it's gonna impact your energy field.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Whether
So
from your boss or your parents or your significant other, a brother and sister, you're gonna have to realize that energy field, and then maybe have to take a step back if that's what's sucking it out.
it's either change it, allow it, or get away from it. But whatever you decide, go all in on that decision until you make a different decision.
Or
Yeah.
until you realize it, maybe once you start getting a little bit more clear, then you can start to see, like, oh, I can hang out with for a little bit, or we can't talk about that, because we're talking about individual growth with people. So, you don't have to ex-nay somebody out of your life. They're your family. You love them, whatever. You don't have to totally ex-nay them out, but you can start to change in your head right now.
I'm gonna show the chats there. I'm gonna show the chats right here.
Mhm.
So you guys can hopefully you guys can see them. No, maybe not. I'm gonna try to show we getting Claudia, glad to have you back. There we go. Can you guys see the chats?
I can
Yeah,
see them, but I'm on my
There
phone,
we
so
go.
it's really small. I can't read it.
Oh, the decision.
love you guys. Thank you for being here.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Think it's fun. Just programming. Oh, Claudia called it the ogre. That's what I like to call him. So think about this. Think about awareness, our higher mind, our higher consciousness, God, source, light, the universe as the sun. Just as the clouds and bad weather never touch the sun, our ego misidentifications, no matter how severe or deep they are, never touch our essence, our true source, our true
Yeah.
self, our awareness. Like our true self does not think. Our true self can inspire thought, and we'll know when it's aligned because it feels good. But no matter how deep those programs are, they can't ever touch our true essence, our true self. And I think the first thing everyone that's on one of these journeys can benefit from is realizing your thoughts are not you, your past is not you,
Yep.
your body's not even you. It's just a vehicle to carry out actions, which I like to keep mine in really good shape. But just because my abs show does not mean I'm any more closely connected to consciousness.
Right.
But it does make me feel like I am putting energy into my body in a way that I like. But it's doesn't matter. It's so temporary. It's gonna dissolve. It's gonna disintegrate like the shit rocket took a few days ago. It's just into the earth again. It's like that's okay. Okay. But let's
Yep.
make it good while it lasts. But I'm not gonna misidentify with it.
Yeah, but the energy that you actually put into the world never quits, because energy does not stop, correct?
100%. And consciousness is pure energy. And when
Yep.
we take consciousness into our body, into our mind, into our essence, into everything, and we direct attention to anything, that is the most valuable investment we make in that moment. Where our attention goes, our energy flows. You've heard that a million times. But we pay attention to thoughts that have nothing to do with anybody's well being. We label things, we judge things, we describe things. Like this is what's crazy for me. And when I go early in the morning and the sun's rising, it's all these colors in the clouds and there's mountains over there. I'm like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And I feel like I have to describe the beauty. No, that's no, that's my
Mhm.
egoic mind trying to reinforce labels, even though they're positive. Feel the beauty. Feel the beauty.
Yeah.
Be with the beauty. Connect with that feeling and that essence. And then you feel source consciousness light just glow in your cells. And that to me was crazy. I thought if it's positive thoughts, then it's good. Obviously, positive better than negative. But identifying things is useless.
Yeah. Right.
So Claudia said something about programming. I think if you program it, you're trying to force it.
Well, yeah, she's saying that is not good.
Right, right. So I'm not trying to say programming. It's about aligning your self-conscious up that you don't even think about it. Just like we were talking about earlier about driving or turning the doorknob, or learning how to drink from a cup. The idea is that you become with it so
Yeah,
free.
I think what she was saying is that was back at about 8 minutes ago. She was saying that all those things I was talking about, it's just programming. It's not our true self. I think she agrees with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 All right. True freedom. My community, my business is called True Freedom, and it's not the typical the freedom to do what you want with who you want whenever you want. That's like okay, that's 3D action. For me, true freedom is being free of the tyranny of our thinking mind.
Yeah. It's
If
good.
my mind is not controlling the show, and instead my true essence is in the driver's seat, and my thinking mind's in the back seat or the trunk or the passenger seat, going
Hmm.
along with us and using it as a tool when needed, but not letting it run the show, that's how I have vacation every day now.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. 100.
So going back to what Tim kicked us off with, the power of awareness. This book is powerful, and I would say every spiritual teacher, mindset coach, everyone is using Neville's ideas and works, and quantum mechanics is verifying them now. So,
Yep.
using the power of awareness, using the power of your true self. Here's everybody can stop misidentifying with this thing. Realize that anything you can perceive, anything you could observe, anything you perceive, by definition, cannot be you.
Yeah. Because you're the one perceiving it.
Exactly. You are awareness itself,
Yep.
not what you're aware of.
Right. Object versus
Marin-
subject.
marinate that truth in your heart and believe that. If you can believe in your heart, in your subconscious, and program it that if I can perceive it, it's not me. I am the awareness that is aware of it. I am
Yep.
something so infinitely powerful because I'm a creator.
Yes.
I'm not what was created. This one thing will defeat all programs of misidentification.
That's right.
So you
The
talking like
thinking mind is sorting out you've learned. The thinking mind is sorting out like a second nature. Yep. Like like Tim's belief that everything is always working out for my greatest good. If he continues to believe that, think that, feel that, act on that, it will become his new egoic mind.
Yes. That's rewiring my brain and my subconscious.
I call that belief alchemy in my program.
Yes. Yes. That's great.
So when I went to David's event, I was like, oh my God, I do that, I do that, I do that. He does it a lot better, but he's making a lot of money doing how he does it. Oh my God, I want
Yep.
to learn from him. But these are the same techniques I use, lots of them with different names.
Sure.
Um, and I think that all of us are using techniques that work. And I love David Baird, by the way. I think he's amazing.
Sure.
But nobody has my life experiences and my voice and my lenses of taking source information and conveying it. No one has your voice, your
Yeah.
experience, your passion for travel and adventure. So
Yeah.
when you take the same source information that David and Joe Dispenza, Oprah Winfrey, Eckhart Tolle, Deepak Chopra, and you filter it through your heart, your energetic operating system,
Yep.
your voice, and your experiences, it's going to reach people in a different way.
Absolutely. Yep. We're all unique in how we were created, and we can all touch a different subset of people, depending on that. So, yeah, we all have a voice, whatever our experience is, and
And
whatever
only
our,
you're the only one that has Tim's voice and perspective. You're
yes,
the only one that can express source consciousness truth through your lenses and your voice and your expression.
Yep.
All right. We have 10 minutes left, everyone. So I see we still have 3 people on. Yay, a new record. Thank you, Lisa, Claudia, and probably Daniel. They're all of them are True Freedom, Flowpreneur. They're all my Flowpreneur program.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so they're awesome, and I'm glad you're here. Do any of you have a question that we could ask? And also anything, Josh or Tim, kind of marinating, percolating in your essence, your brain, your energetic field that you want to bring forth?
One thing that David Bayer teaches and that I am now teaching is that when you understand the power of decision, which is just deciding what you want to show up in your life and just stating that, and the basically taking some area that you're stuck, which is a limiting belief, where you want to change that, you just come up with an opposite of that limiting belief and call that a powerful decision. For example, money's hard to make. I work hard all the time and it just never seems to come in. Well, make a new decision about that. No, money's easy to make. It flows to me all the time. It just flows to me from multiple sources. And just make that a new decision. You don't have to have that experience yet because you're creating a new synapse connection in your brain. But just start saying that and then look for evidence where that's ever been true in your life, or look where it's been true in someone else's life even. We all know people that it seems like money's easy to make. So we know that's possible. So you just start with that new belief, and the synchronicities that start to flow in when you make those decisions is amazing. And that's what I'm seeing in my life. The Every day I see stuff based on these new decisions where just new, he also teaches about the reticular activating system,
The
which is that
RAS.
you become aware stuff's happening all the time. But just like when you buy a new car, all of a sudden you start seeing that car everywhere you look, where they were already there. You just didn't notice them. So when you make a new decision, now you start seeing the evidence for that everywhere around you, and pretty soon that starts showing up in your own life. That abundance just starts flowing because that was your decision. And that's what's happening in my life. And it doesn't matter what decision that is. If you want a better relationship, if you want more time, to do meaningful things, whatever you do, once you start paying attention to that, you start seeing things that you didn't see before, and life opens amazingly to you, and all these opportunities come.
Amen, brother. I
I
agree.
I couldn't agree more. And in fact, that's part 2 of the belief alchemy, where we
Yeah.
change our beliefs and we use the law of polarity and we lose the evidence. And it's like, here's what I really want to highlight that Tim said. We can choose our decisions. We choose our decisions. We can make a different decision anytime. But
Yep.
if it's a new decision, you're going to need to make it 100,000 times, again and again and again, to
Absolutely.
reinforce that new decision. And it can be as simple as this. Say you're struggling with your health. Say you are ill, you're in pain all the time, it's hard to drive, and you have had the belief and the experience that it's hard to be mobile, it's hard to move around.
Yep.
I'm choosing to believe that I have abundant health. That's it.
Yep.
Make the choice to believe
That's right.
and keep making it. Oh, but I heard so bad. No, that's the old choice. That's the old decision. It's the old
Yeah.
identification. Do not give the old identification of what you don't want any more attention.
Yep.
I
But
never
then
have enough time. I never have enough money.
strength and some struggle to find the new you, to where you want to be. It's not always easy.
No, it's not easy,
Let's not forget that. You
but
know,
it's a law. It absolutely has to work if you do that.
and if you believe in that, then you're going to do the work to make that
Yes.
happen.
Yep.
That, I guess.
You both are 100% right. It is a universal law that when you decide and align your energy systems with that decision, that other energy systems, they say the universe cooperates. It
Yep.
can't help. It is a universal law, but you must continue to make that decision regardless of the evidence you're getting in your physical experience, because everything we're experiencing right now at this moment is the product of the way we believed, decided, habits, and felt in the past.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And-
you're
and-
not going to see the evidence immediately. That's just the way it works. But Tim said it, it's a law. It's a universal law of energy.
Yeah, I just want people to know that just because you've decided it, you think about it today, it doesn't happen tomorrow.
Exactly.
This is work that you're going to have to put in every day. And then once your consciousness arises and meets it, then you'll start to see it.
Yeah, you got to set your expectations so you don't give up, because you got to really believe it. You got to
Yep.
believe it more than what you see with your eyes. You got to believe it deep down, and that's when it will happen. When you're
Unshakable
consistent.
faith and the
Yep.
desire fulfilled is powerful energy. And then choosing to feel that way, to be that way, to do that way, and to have in that way, choosing that will often, and I want to touch back to what Josh said about it's not easy,
Yeah.
because that will often result in a contrast experience
Yes.
where, oh my God, I chose this, I did this, this sucks even worse.
Yep.
We are supposed to have the contrast experiences because that lets us know very clearly what we don't want,
Yep.
so we can completely decide and choose and align with what we do want.
Yep.
100%.
But
And
that means
that's what happened with me, because I was doing pretty well financially until I decided I want to step up my game. I was comfortable. The minute I decided I want to step up my game, I went into a scarcity thing. I couldn't make money. Everything was failing. And that was that contrast, because I knew I wanted to get up to a higher level, and I needed that contrast to drive me to that higher level. And that's what it did.
Yeah. And if you want to get in shape or you go for a run or go for a walk or, you know, you're going to be sore. It's going to
Yep.
hurt,
Yep.
and then you got to you got to grow. But the thing is, we're good at growing with our muscles. It's hard to grow your mind and your subconscious.
Just because we haven't practiced it as much. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and the more we do it, the easier it becomes.
And that, what I would say to you is, what if it were easy?
Yeah, yep. Then how do you make it easy? How about that?
You decide and you put all your attention on your decision.
And you
Yep.
keep working out, because as you work out more, then you got to work out harder to get that same soreness so that you can have that same growth.
And every time you decide that you are becoming the healthiest, strongest version of you, it's just decisions, because you're deciding where to direct your attention, what
Yeah.
thoughts to think, and then what feelings become of that. Now, Claudia said, instead of pain, let's call it awareness. Heck yes. Instead of I hurt so bad, I am the awareness that's aware of my body.
Yep.
Like, don't identify it as a disease or an illness. That's one of the biggest mistakes we're making today in our culture.
Yes.
You have multiple sclerosis, you have cancer, you have liver failure, you have ADHD, you have PTSD, there's all these, and then this identification sinks in, and then that gives a lot of, it gives identity to the pain, when really you have either physical, emotional, mobility, or mental pain right now. All right.
Yeah. And then let's not forget that the universe, God, has given us everything that we need to fix all of those things. We just have to find it, whether
Yep.
it's better health or exercise or it's the food we eat. And we're not going to find that scrolling on Facebook and watching the nightly news. You
Yeah.
know?
Claudia
Yep.
said something really good before, and I think it's a good one to end on. There's so much information. All the information overload you're getting should be filtered and make it your own. Stop consuming information. Stop.
Yes.
Stop. It's not helpful. Pick who you're going to learn from. Learn and keep. I read the same books again and again and again. I don't watch the news. I only watch I only follow certain people on YouTube, and I only go to certain school groups because I want to filter the information before it comes to me.
Yep.
And new information is not as vital as studying and committing to subconscious memory the information you believe.
That's right. That's good.
We
Well,
always think we're going to get this new thing, and it's going to be so miraculously better than all the other things we know, and that we just keep looking for the new thing. And if someone says something that you already have heard, but you're not embodying, you think, oh, I already knew that, but you're not doing anything with it. This applies to every human, including me. We hear it, we know it in our brain, so we don't think we need to hear it again, but we're not doing it.
yeah. Well, and then you know what? Instead of worrying about everything else, let's just go back to the couple pillars of the universal truths, like Tim was saying earlier. A universal truth is if I believe in it, if I can see it in my brain, it will come happen to me.
The law of awareness, if you can visualize it, imagine it, think about it in your brain, it already exists.
Or the law of attraction.
And
You know,
but the law of attraction says you will experience that which already exists when your vibrational energy matches it.
yeah. Universal truths that will always happen.
Know the universal truths and they shall set you free. That's everything's based on that. All right. Daniel, thank you for being here. Claudia, thank you for being here. Lisa, thank you for being here. And there's someone else here. I don't know who they could be, but I'm glad that you're here. Yes, sirree. So go forth, think less, be more, and do the aligned actions that light you up inside and express, experience, interact from source God light intelligence instead of the old egoic mind. Josh, always a pleasure, man. I can't see you anymore because it's getting dark there.
I'm trying. I'm standing in the yard lot, but hey, I love you guys. We'll talk to
Josh,
y'all.
thank you. I love you. Tim, thank you. I love you. And let's just go forth and share our light. That's what this is all about.
And thank you, everybody, for joining.
Hey, Josh, we broke a record today.
Hoorah!
Yeah, let's see. Invite your friends next time. Thank you, guys.